Hello. My name is James Martin. I have come here to tell you about an episode of the show SpongeBob SquarePants. The story of how I found this episode is simple. When I was a kid I used to really like SpongeBob. I had all the toys, merch, and most importantly DVDs. I remember I always used to go to the local Blockbuster for my renting needs. But when I was 9 we moved to a different state. The city we moved to didn't have a Blockbuster and I was pretty bummed about that when I first noticed it. Then one day I took a walk and found a place called Family Home Video or something like that. I then went there every day after school to see what new movies they had in stock. This is also the place I would rent my SpongeBob DVDs. I remember that one day I went up to the desk and asked for another SpongeBob DVD, but he told me they were closing because no one would buy from there anymore. He then told me that they gave away most of the DVDs. I asked him if he had anything left and he said he might. He went into the back and pulled out one DVD. He put it on the counter and I looked at it. SpongeBob SquarePants: The Plankton Collection. I never seen this DVD in the store before, so I suspected that it was new. He said that it was free and watched it when I got home. But I remember before it finished my DVD player fried. So I never knew what the other episodes were. Years later I found the DVD in my closer. I have a new DVD player, so I have decided to finally watch the final couple episodes. I remembered the first couple episodes, but the last 3 I never watched. The first of the 3 was F.U.N, one of my favorite episodes. It's about Plankton trying to steal the secret formula, but he starts to gain a friendship with SpongeBob. The next episode was Friend or Foe. I also liked this episode a lot, but the last one caught my attention. The episode Plankton. If you don't know, this is the first episode where Plankton makes an appearance. The episode is very iconic. But the title card looked different. It looked normal except for some blood splatters. It kind of freaked me out, but I tried to solve it normally. Though it was probably a hacked copy or error. Then the episode started. The episode began as normal but in a weirdly colored contrast. Plankton then asks SpongeBob to come to his birthday, but he says no. Plankton then gets mad and wanders away talking to Karen. Karen asks him if he ever tried more illegal methods of getting the formula. He thought for a moment and realized he never thought of that. He asks what she has in mind and she gives him a blade. He stares at it for a second and then smiles and laughs. It then cuts to SpongeBob's house where he is sleeping. He walks to the bed and awakes him. "Get up, you waste of H20. He wakes up and throws his hands in the air. "WW, what do you want?" He tells him to take him to the secret formula and the walk to the Krusty Krab. He walks to the safe and gives it to Plankton and he smiles. "Thanks." He pauses but then throws the blade at the sponge, killing him. He grabs the formula and runs back to the chum bucket. He smiles and opens the bottle covered in blood. He opens it and finds the formula is the remains of whale and other fish meat and knows what he has to do to be as successful as crabs. He grabs the knife and leaves the restaurant and the episode ends. This is the final image I took. I then took out the DVD and decided to keep it. It fascinates me in a way that I can't explain. The weird episode may be creepy, but it's also odd enough to pull me to it. In conclusion, I think that this is a pretty rare find. If anyone else finds a copy, send it to the internet for all to see. But the origin of this episode will probably never be known.